Hi, this is Isabel Parlett, the Soundbite Shaman, and this is the 5 marketing techniques you love to hate and how to use them with heart, humor, and authenticity to share your message and grow your business. Today, I want to talk about frequent emails. And this is one I'm really excited to talk about because, again, I hear from so many people, either personally, Isabel, you send too many emails. And I also hear from my clients that fear that they might send too many emails. You know, this one is so important because if you're trying to do any kind of internet marketing, sending emails, and really in this case I mean standalone emails, often that will promote a program, product, or service, is going to be absolutely key to your marketing strategy. You know, just sending out an e-zine is only going to do so much for you in terms of generating business. If you don't accompany your e-zine or your articles or whatever it is that you are using to build rapport with your audience, if you aren't also sending emails, actually inviting people to buy from you. So let's get started. I think the really interesting question about emails is this question of how much is too much. You know, if you ask 10 different people, you're probably going to get 10 different answers. Generally, for the purpose of what we're going to talk about today, frequent or too frequent simply means any frequency that creates a level of frustration or irritation in your audience. But here's the thing, you're going to find that this is totally subjective. The perfect amount of email for one person is going to be not enough for someone else and too much for someone else. So what are you supposed to do? Well, I'm going to talk about that a little bit in how to use this well. So why might you hate frequent emails? I think the first one's pretty obvious. We do live in an age of information overload, and people often feel completely overrun when they go to open their email and download their email. And in the midst of that sense of those 20, 30, 100, 300 messages coming in, your email or that extra email you get from somebody can sometimes feel like just too much. So the second reason I think that we sometimes don't like receiving one more email in our email inbox is because sometimes we can feel hounded. We can feel like someone is emailing us the same message over and over again, and it can actually feel sometimes, I know I feel this way sometimes, that the person's just trying to kind of beat me down and wear me down so I finally say yes to their offer. I think the third reason is that when you receive a promotional email from somebody, it can actually bring up your own stuff about marketing and selling. And sometimes I think this is unconscious, so we aren't even aware that this is what's going on, where I get an email from person A saying, I have this fabulous new program and I think you should really join it. And inside I may have feelings about, well, why aren't I doing that? Should I be doing that? I want to be doing that. And again, I think sometimes that can create some of the discomfort. And then finally, I think sometimes we get irritated with that one more email because sometimes the tone can be a little pushy. I've seen emails that say things like, the fact that you haven't signed up for this program yet means that you don't really believe in yourself or your business. Things like that that I just find a little insulting, frankly. So those are some of the reasons that you may not like receiving frequent emails, even though they're emails from people whose lists you've opted in for.